Imagine a landscape perpetually under construction, where mountains rise from the very bones of the earth. That is the Andes, a colossal range sculpted by a geological process stretching back hundreds of millions of years. This colossal mountain-forming event, known as the Andean orogeny, began in the early Jurassic. It was driven by the relentless diving of one tectonic plate beneath another, along South America's western edge. It is a slow, powerful ballet of rock and force, continuously reshaping the continent. The primary mover in this monumental transformation is the Nazca Plate, an oceanic plate in the eastern Pacific. It is a geologically young plate, only forming about 23 million years ago from the breakup of the Farallon Plate. Yet, despite its relative youth, it exhibits one of the fastest absolute motions of any tectonic plate. It pushes eastward at 3.7 centimeters per year. This constant, unyielding motion directly drives the Andean orogeny. It defines the west coast of South America with its deep Peru-Chile trench. The collision between the Nazca Plate and the South American Plate is not a simple head-on crash. It involves complex dynamics, most notably what geologists call flat slab subduction. Instead of smoothly descending into the mantle, parts of the Nazca Plate dive at a very low angle, sometimes nearly horizontally. This low-angle subduction causes intense crustal shortening and deformation. It actively suppresses arc volcanism in certain regions, while pushing the overlying South American plate upward. This unique interaction also leads to significant variations along the mountain range. Consider Colombia and Ecuador, where ancient tectonic blocks, once separated, rejoined South America, forming magmatic arcs and leaving sutures like the Romeral Fault. Further south in northern Peru, the orogeny unfolds in distinct phases. The Machica phase, evidenced by folded coastal sediments, began in the early Cretaceous. The Peruvian phase brought widespread uplift in the late Cretaceous. This was linked to the accretion of the Piñón-Piñón terrane, causing intense crustal shortening. Then, the Incaic phase in the mid to late Eocene formed the massive Marañón Fold and Thrust Belt. More recently, the Quechua phase, active in the Miocene, continued to thrust older parts of the Andes northeastward, even shaping the subandean zone. These long-term changes even rerouted the Amazon River to flow eastward, transforming the interior of northern South America. One of the most striking results of this relentless collision is the Bolivian orocline and the Altiplano Plateau. This region has seen its elevation soar by thousands of meters in the last 10 million years, reaching over 3,000 meters above sea level. Imagine a crustal block roughly the size of France being hoisted skyward by continental forces. The Altiplano's rise is attributed to a combination of horizontal crustal shortening and increased temperatures in the mantle. This immense uplift also created a rain shadow, profoundly contributing to the extreme aridity of the Atacama Desert. The immense pressures here also generate unique paraluminous magmas, leading to world-class mineralizations like Bolivia's famous Tin Belt. This region is a testament to the Earth's ability to build grand structures and hide valuable resources within them. Moving south into central Chile and western Argentina, the Andean orogeny exhibits yet another character. Here, the magmatic belt migrated eastward over millions of years, a process linked to subduction erosion. The uplift of the principal cordillera began about 20 million years ago. This was followed by the frontal cordillera, and then the precordillera and Sierras Pampeanas, Sierras Pampeanas, each rising sequentially to the east. Ancient faults from the Paleozoic San Rafael orogeny continue to influence the geometry of these eastern ranges. In the southern Mendoza and northern Neuquén provinces, late Miocene witnessed intense orogeny, with arc volcanism even occurring east of the main Andean chain. These forces continuously rearrange the landscape, almost like a slow-motion accordion. Even further south, in the southern Patagonian Andes, the story takes a different turn. The Jurassic saw extensional tectonics creating the Rocas Verdes, Rocas Verdes Basin, a back-arc basin whose extension now forms part of the Weddell Sea. Later, in the late Cretaceous, this basin transformed into a compressional foreland basin, the Magallanes Basin, with segments of oceanic crust called ophiolites pushed onto the continent. The Cenozoic era brought the dramatic separation of South America from Antarctica, eventually opening the Drake Passage about 45 million years ago. More recently, the subduction of the Chile Ridge in the Miocene continues to shape the region, creating a northward moving window in the underlying asthenosphere. The Earth is never truly still. The ongoing collision of the Nazca and South American plates creates the very foundations of the Andes. This vast mountain range profoundly shapes South America's geology, climate, and resources. The dynamic interplay of these plates dictates much of the region's natural character. This includes intense seismic activity along the Peruchili Trench, which is responsible for massive earthquakes. It also includes the chain of volcanoes that dot the landscape. It is a compelling reminder of the planet's relentless geological activity. It is a testament to the fact that our world is constantly evolving. Every tremor and uplift tells a part of its deep history.